Hiya everyone, so today I've got a video that I've been promising you for a while. Today I have got a dupes video. Now I've never personally tried these as dupes. I seen a post, like a blog posting about these being dupes of each other. I really enjoyed this perfume last year as like my summer perfume. This is the Daisy Marc Jacobs Ever So Fresh, and it's got to be in this bottle or it'll smell different. So this is what it looks like, because they have like their smaller sizes and that, like a round up version, and that will smell differently. Daisy perfumes are such a world to like try and maneuver through, but I will link this one below because they do a few of perfumes that look like this, but this is the Ever So Fresh one. And I'm not the biggest fan of, well, I don't know if it's just Marc Jacobs or just like the ones that I've tried, like the Daisies that I've tried. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but this one just stole my heart. It was such a beautiful summer fragrance. So then when I seen that blog post about this new one from Far and Away, and it's called Endless Sun, I was like, right, well, I'm going to have to compare them. So in my opinion, I feel like people might have said these are dupes because the colours, you know, like this is like an orangey deco perfume, this is like an orangey deco perfume. Sometimes I feel like some people do that, but we're going to compare. I'm going to put the notes on the screen as well. So what I'll do is I'll have the notes for the Far and Away here, and then I'll have the notes for the Marc Jacobs Endless Sun here. We can compare and we'll see. In my opinion, sometimes even if the notes aren't the same, I feel like sometimes, depending on like what's mixed together, perfumes can still smell alike, in my opinion. So I'm going to let you know whether this is a dupe. This is like, you know, in the pricey points. I got this for like £12. You got a mini perfume with it, like a travel size perfume, and a body cream. Sorry if you can hear my stomach, it's rumbling. So we're going to spray the Endless Sun in anyways. This is Far and Away Endless Sun. I'll have both perfumes linked down below. Oh god, that hurts my finger to spray. So right off the bat, to me, this perfume smells like an orange perfume mixed with apple, because it's got that crispness that apple fragrances have, in my opinion. Very summery, very spring, summer, more summer in my opinion. Beautiful fragrance, and normally Far and Away fragrances last really well as well. And by the way, this is like 100ml. Is it 100ml or is it 50? This is 50ml, and it was like 12 quid, like I said before. Very, very nice fragrance. Quite strong. So I remember this being a lot lighter than that. So right off the bat, this is crisp. Like a crisp summer scent, but this is definitely more floral in my opinion. I do not think these smell like. They're similar in the sense they've got that crispness to them, so I can get what that blog post's about. But I would definitely not say they're a dupe. But I'm going to put them on the skin, I'm going to compare them, and we'll see. Okay, so we're going to spray the Far and Away Endless Sun on this side, which always seems to be my budget side. The same where it's got that orangeness, but it's got a crispness to it that makes us feel like it's got apple in, but I don't think it has got apple in. I can definitely smell like citruses. Very pretty, very pretty. Yeah, and I have worn this. I've virtually used up the travel size, and this does last really well, by the way, just in case you're wondering. But I've never compared the two. So on the skin, they're very similar. But I definitely think this has got more floral in it, in my opinion. It's definitely got a more, like, walking through flowers sort of scent to it. But on the skin, my god, they are so similar. I can't get over that. Actually, on the skin, they are so similar. But I will definitely say I think the Marc Jacobs is even a little bit stronger, which I would never normally say about Marc Jacobs fragrances. They've both got that crispness to it, very summery scent, and definitely got citrus vibes in both of them, in my opinion. And I can see why people think these smell like, I wouldn't say they're perfect dupes, but they are so similar. And if you weren't sitting comparing the two, I could definitely see how you could mistake one for the other, if you know what I mean. I'm going to go about my day, and I'm going to come back and see how they last. I'm only going to be a few hours though this time. But up to now, I do think, even though in the air they smelled, I wouldn't have said like a dupe, but I definitely think they smell alike on the skin. But I'll be back in a couple of hours. And anyways, so it's later on in the day, and we're going to see how these perfumes lasted in any So this is the Far and Away side. Still there. It definitely smells less crisp. You get more of a floral scent from the Far and Away now as it's settled into the skin, but it's definitely there. Definitely. So the Daisy Oh Ever So Fresh is a lot sweeter, actually a lot stronger on this side as well, which I'm quite surprised at. So now that they've settled in, so when I first sprayed them, I felt like they smell very similar. Now that they've settled in, I wouldn't say they are. So like, you know, like when I sprayed them in the air, I could definitely tell the difference. But when I first sprayed them on the skin, I couldn't, like, they smelled very similar. But now they've settled, I would say no. But they both give that some very similar vibe to me of like a summer citrusy crisp. That's the way I would describe it, crisp fragrance. Apart from, I would say the Daisy Ever So Fresh is a lot more floral in my opinion personally. Like I say, I would have put the notes on the screen for you anyways. So in my opinion, I don't think these are a dupe, but they give that similar vibe, but they are definitely not smell alike. They did at first, like when I first sprayed them on the skin, but they're definitely not smell alike. And I wouldn't say they were a dupe, in my opinion. So yeah, that's my kind of two cents on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and anyways, I hope it was helpful for any of you who was wondering. But yeah, if you like these type of videos, I've done quite a lot of dupe perfume videos. So I would love it if you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!